Thanks for joining our Johnson Family Group Chat, y'all. This is an all-access podcast covering random topics straight from our family text threads. Our intention is to provide a few moments of lighthearted banter in hopes that will entertain, lighten your mood, and create some laughs in the process. We hope you enjoy this week's episode. Family, let's get to it.
All right, hey everybody, this is the Johnson Family Group Chat. Thanks for tuning in once again. I am the dad of the bunch. I'm Demetrius, a.k.a. Deacon, a.k.a. D, a.k.a. I'm not cutting nobody's hair anymore because I'm about to be an empty nester. I just had to throw that out there because it's Father's Day and I ended up having to do manual labor on Father's Day. I'm not going to call nobody out. But
I asked you to do it yesterday.
You did, but...
And you decided to go to sleep.
Yeah.
I'm Saradia, mom, a.k.a. You can get it to a.k.a. no middle name.
AKA no middle name.
Please stop.
a.k.a. All of that.
You can get it too, huh?
This is a PG podcast.
I am Tatiana, a.k.a. Big Money T.
She's not.
I am Darin, aka DJ, aka Fishman.
So we gonna ride on the Fishman, huh? Okay.
Hey man, Darin, own it. You have to.
AKA Aquaman, aka owner of Misfit Productions.
Yeah, he go advertising.
It's a business. It's a business.
Make that money, don't make it. Don't let it make you.
My name is Danielle.
The prodigal child.
Yes, the prodigal child, aka Sunny D, aka that girl, aka the baddest one.
Wait, whoa.
AKA
she is channeling all her.
Him,
all her what?
AKA the last one, the wanted one.
You just making up all kind of silliness.
She's been listening to Hot 97.
She said you was listening to Hot 97.
Now she's.
Now she bout it. They don't even say that no more. That's back in our day.
Now she's Pac Jam Danielle.
Mm-hmm. They don't know. These folks don't know about Pac Jam unless you from Miami.
I know what Pac Jam is.
Yeah, they don't know. They look at their faces. Look at their faces. They're just like this.
It's not our fault.
We moved when we were like
we H-Town for real.
Yeah, y'all. Yeah. Well, yeah. No knock there. You right. You H-Town for real. Just born.
They had a little teen club in this area. Wasn't it like Star or something? Wasn't there like a little teen club? No. Okay.
What is the relevance?
That's what Pac Jam was.
Oh.
Yeah, that Pac Jam for us was like Anyway, who cares? It doesn't matter because y'all ain't interested no way. All right, let's just get to the group. Here we are in our text, right? And so this was Wednesday, August 25th. And this is, of course, Darin, and you know what I noticed? A lot of our text messages, they start with Darin. Mm-hmm. A lot of them have started with Darin.
I was in college.
That's why
it was my freshman year.
Mm-hmm.
He was excited.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what it was?
I mean, I just wanted y'all to know.
No, I surely appreciate it. I'm not bugging out about it. But you are like the star of every thread almost.
Thank you.
But this was August 25th in 2021 at 1:46. And so Darin just texts saying that how it might be going on online. And this was all because of COVID. So he said, I don't know if it's true or not, but there was apparently a few people who tested positive in CHS. Cases are going up. That's what Tatiana said. And of course, at this point in time, this was kind of like the world we were living in at the point. So thought it might happen. Yeah, pretty much everywhere. If you see gatherings, they nearly almost everyone that they don't have masks on. And then of course, what is CHS? What was that?
College Hall South. This is
college. Okay, you said what that was. So that's just a dorm. And so mom is asking, will you stay in your dorm? Are they sending students home?
Because I was really worried. We had just moved him there like a week earlier, and I was like, no. Yeah. No, we can't do that.
Yeah. It was crazy. And then that's what Tatiana says. That's crazy. We get emails almost every day about positive cases, and that was at work. That was at work for you. Yeah. So,
That was-
huh?
Was that your first? let me see,
Was that your first year?
21 No, I'm saying like first year back with COVID. You guys were 100% all the kids back.
I'm not sure. I think we started off online, and then in the second semester, that's when the kids started coming back.
Okay.
No, but was that your actual first year
Teaching?
in 2021?
I think so, yes.
That was
Because I just finished my third year of teaching, so yes.
How hard was that in your first year teaching and then COVID?
Teaching music online is not very easy.
Oh yeah, that's crazy. Okay, well then Darin says, but I hope we don't get sent home, because that's what you were concerned about, coming back home, and then they might just keep us in our dorms away from classes and stuff like that. So that's pretty much the rung of that. Obviously, just everything that we had gone through with the COVID thing. So what was it like? I know that was the last thing that you put there. You was like, I don't want to have to come home. Like, was that the talk on the campus, or?
Yeah, yes and no, because some people already knew like we more than likely weren't leaving, and it was more just like, oh my gosh, no more school. We can have school online. We have free time. Yada yada yada. And then it was some other people's like, y'all need to wear a mask. Like, is OD. Because like DC, during that time you couldn't be nowhere without a mask, unless it was a outdoor outing. But even still, I wasn't taking no chances. I heard someone cough, I went the other way. I'm gonna be so honest.
Yeah. Did they ever actually threaten to send y'all home?
No, not actually. All they just said was school was gonna be online and just take extra precautions. No one really did, but they said it anyway.
That sound like here.
I think they were more concerned about the professors, because if they're keeping you all there in the dorms, but not going to class, I really don't see a difference. Except that I'm just saying, me as the adults, we don't want to get sick, but you guys have at it, because if it was really bad, they would have said, okay, we're worried about everyone. We're gonna send everyone home.
I know at UF they sent everyone home. Like the campus was on lockdown. Like students had to go home.
I had like 2 professors that had COVID, and I didn't have class for like 2 weeks.
What year was this?
No, this was y'all must be talking about 2020, the end of 2020, and then 20/21. But this was 20/22. So this was your second year of teaching.
Oh, okay.
Well, because this is August of 21.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So yeah, no, they were back in school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were back in school.
I was at the Crib University.
Yes.
We know you took a full advantage of that online class.
I didn't wake up till 10 o'clock in the morning.
Living the life.
Yeah, she was living the life. But what mom used to call you something? What used to call her of me? Like it was something that you would call her.
Your coworker. She was your coworker.
He was my
You
coworker.
two were alternating Zoom meetings and just.
Mom didn't like that.
On the computer together.
No, it's not that I didn't like it. I was just there was no physical reason why Danielle couldn't go to school.
That is very true.
Except
there
her
was.
sheer laziness.
Yeah.
No, I didn't want to get sick.
No, you just didn't want
So
to
let me
school.
just ask a couple of clarifying questions. Did you leave the house while you were virtual? Did you leave the house?
Like ever.
That wasn't practice.
No, including practice. Danielle left for practice. She left to go out to hang out. She enjoyed. I mean,
Yeah,
along with her dinosaur theory. So if
Oh,
she
Please
just
don't get us started.
yeah,
Please don't get us started.
this just gave Danielle an opportunity to be lazy, to just sit at home.
I mean,
if they didn't take it away,
No, they didn't.
Why would
wouldn't
I?
you would do the
That's
same
bad.
thing. Say you wouldn't do the same thing. If something like that happened when you were in high school and you had a
You're
chance
not
to
even
do
a
online
social
school,
person. You would have wanted to be home.
I am. I socialize. I enjoy. I like being at work.
but
Side
how
eye.
fast does your social battery run out though?
I mean, I would not have minded. Even now, if we did like a version of like some days in person, some days at home, I
We're
wouldn't mind.
dancing around the question here. Would you have stayed home
As a student or
if
as
you
an
were
adult?
given?
As a student,
As a student, that's what we're talking about.
if you were in our shoes and there was a
I'd stayed
pandemic,
home.
It's the way she really trying to think hard. about
You're
it,
right,
even though
right.
We all know the answer.
Because she knows the
I would've
answer.
stayed home.
We know.
But not because I'm like nervous about getting sick. It's because like Danielle, you get to sleep in. You know what?
But
I'm
that was
gonna
kinda her
take that
whole-
back. Wait,
Uh-oh.
if we were 96, 97, and I was back at that house, I would have been at school. I would have been the first person running to
Would
the
you
school
would you care to explain why?
because
careful.
I'm interested.
Careful.
I'm interested.
they would listen. All my siblings, all of us would have been at the first ones at the school.
Why would you not want to stay home?
Because
Because
Don't say we. Don't try to get them all to come with you. It's just
say you.
Yeah.
It's all of us. It would have been a whole different situation. You guys already know your grandparents are strict.
no, we don't know. Want to?
Oh, they are.
Enlighten
Want
us.
to enlighten us?
No,
They were very strict. Not strict, but we were very monitored. Like, the TV shows that we watched.
What TV shows did you grow up with?
I watched a lot. That's not even the topic tonight. I don't even know
but
why we're talking about
I just want to know.
I am not giving you all
Ammunition.
Did you watch cartoons?
Go give us ammunition.
to make fun of me.
Did you? Were you able to watch cartoons?
I mean, they
I
couldn't
did
watch a lot of stuff either.
cartoons. I did watch cartoons.
Like which ones?
You didn't ask. You said, "Did I watch cartoons?"
Like
I
what
did.
cartoons?
Animated ones.
Okay.
Don't care.
Let's because I do want to do this segment. I have a new segment.
Cap or no cap?
No cap. There's no cap.
No, I've got it. I'm
Okay.
good.
Do you really?
I've got it.
Okay, well, listen. So this segment is going to be with or without. So we were talking about COVID, having these outbreaks again, and it was kind of bringing a halt to things. So I thought about there were certain things that, of course, COVID, we started doing because of COVID. And so I wanted to go back and then do this little segment and you guys would just basically say that you can, there's something you can definitely live with, or like, nah, we can put that back on the rack. We don't need that anymore. So it's with or without, and all you got to do is say it's with or without.
You got that, Mom?
So here we go.
With you live
without.
Can you live with?
You
Yeah.
live
Are
without.
you cool with living with it now, or we can put it back on the shelf? All right. So here's the first one: remote meetings or class.
With.
with?
Okay. The next one is telehealth appointments.
Without.
With
Wait, appointment?
with
Like making appointments?
A telehealth, like the virtual
virtual
telehealth doctor.
Oh, I've never done that.
You've never done with. You said with.
Without.
You said without.
Without.
Why?
Because let's just say there's something wrong with me, right?
You wouldn't go
And
to
you on the
telehealth.
phone. Yeah, like if you
It's supposed to be for
okay, for
minor.
example, you know how because I always be complaining about minor aches and pains, and I be saying I don't know what's wrong, blah blah blah. So then we go to the doctor, right? If you just call the doctor and you be like, my shin hurt, and they be like, okay, is it sharp or dull? You be like, okay, dull. That's about it. It's not like they can feel it and see if it hurts in certain spots. So it's not like you can get the
But
real
don't
help that you need.
Don't they tell you to do it yourself and then tell them
What do
how
I know? I didn't go to school for 10 years. I don't know what that means.
they explain it to you? Just okay, I want you to go here or right below your knee. Tell me how's that feel?
I know
Rather
it was
go to the doctor and
beneficial.
they tell me though.
It was
It was
beneficial.
definitely beneficial. Those times I would have strep throat, I would send pictures and they'd be like, "Oh yeah," and we're gonna go ahead and send in your antibiotics. It was quick. I didn't have to wait in no waiting area for a whole hour, 2 hours before being seen.
I think it's for the minor,
Yeah.
if the ones where you have to where you are unsure, like what you're talking about, Danielle, they probably gonna refer you to come in to see your doctor, your primary care But for like the minor stuff where I need, an antibiotic or I need just a
There's a stronger pain medicine.
Yeah.
Like they do that.
right instead of having to pay to go in.
Yeah.
Okay. So one for without, like
Yeah.
you can do it.
Yeah, I'd rather just go to the doctor.
Okay. Here's the next one. Pick up grocery deliveries
With.
Without.
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 I like to be able to pick.
See my stuff.
Man, that was when they did that at during that time. I called Dad. Hey, Dad, can you give me some groceries? Just drop it off to the dorm, please. Oh yeah, for sure. Go right down because I don't have no car. I have to take the train, and I have like four or five bags, just heavy bags, and then my backpack, which also hurts. I could do without. I could do with that.
So with.
I would love that.
You had groceries delivered?
Yes.
That was really nice.
I be seeing what people be doing with packages.
Yeah,
I see that all day.
definitely.
And that's why you like I'm without. Yeah,
They pick
they
the
keep that one.
bruised apple.
Yeah,
They
like
'Cause they
pick
don't
the
care.
ugly.
No, they just
I
throw
can't.
stuff
They don't
No,
care as much.
I will say I did order some stuff like on my own. It was like some ice cream, some snacks, and the dude texted me was like, "Hey, they don't have this stuff, so we're gonna substitute it for something else." So I thought because it was like Oreos, so it was like, okay, just give me another pair of like off-brand Oreos. So he came back with granola bars,
Off-brand Oreo.
and it wasn't even
nah, dude
like
was
the
on a budget.
It
That's
wasn't
what
even
it
like the
was.
Quaker Oat granola. No, because I prepaid for it. Like it wasn't even like the Quaker Oats granola bars. It was it was great value.
But
And I
you
was
got
like,
played. That dude probably went and bought himself some Skittles or
Mm.
something and took that off your check.
I was so upset. I mean,
Okay.
the granola bars are good though.
but you ate them though.
I ate them though.
So here's the next one. Drive-by celebrations.
Without. Oh, that was so annoying.
Without.
That was so annoying.
Oh man, really?
There's nothing like that makes you feel good about that, in my opinion.
I thought you would have liked it. Like, just sitting out there and just getting showered with the highs and getting the cards
Yeah,
and people
but it's
going
like
about their
5
business.
seconds long.
Yeah,
they drive.
that-
They literally come
And then
home
everybody
and they
go
leave,
about
and
their
it's it.
I'd be so mad if I was the neighbor and I just see a line full of cars with music and people screaming. I'm outside my window like,
Well, that's what we were seeing.
that was funny. I never
Yeah.
experienced.
So everybody's saying without.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
definitely do
Because mom
without.
looked like she on the fence.
I am because I do feel like maybe there's some times where you really just I'm not the party person, so
She is proving your point.
I want to celebrate you. I
didn't even
want
have
to
to say
celebrate.
So you would have been online.
She substitute party person for I'm not that social.
Yeah.
That's what she meant to say.
Yeah.
Listen, you all. It is what it is. Just, it is what
It's
it
definitely
You were
beneficial
the
for
only
those that
one in
aren't.
denial.
I love people, and I want to celebrate.
Don't die.
How long was you around it for? She gonna press a random one. She don't even know.
You don't know what you pressing.
They're cheering for my
So,
response.
so here's
I love people.
okay. Here's the last one, y'all. New movie releases on streaming platforms.
With.
With.
Legally or
Well, I don't know what kind of house you live
What
in.
you talking about?
I don't know what kind of house she lives in.
We do not partake in those type of activities.
I don't know what kind of house she lives in.
With.
I don't know why you even asking that. You keep that to yourself.
I don't know nothing about that.
I'm with.
Yeah.
Definitely with.
That I thought that was cool. I still do think that there's a nostalgia about going to the movie theaters,
Yeah.
but being able to have something like that, man, that was pretty cool.
I like the outdoor movies too. Like when people were putting
Drive-in? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was fun.
The projectors.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we actually bought one and never used it.
Do we still have
The
that?
outside,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, because
We
I
still have
didn't want to have a party no more.
Yeah.
That's Danielle's fault.
I mean, I'll take it.
We had a drive-in growing up. It was fun.
Yeah,
Yes, at the
did we go
swap
to a
shop.
drive-in?
Yes.
Loved it.
Didn't you
Yeah.
take us to a drive-in one time?
I think we might have. I don't remember.
Maybe you guys must have been little, but it
Yeah.
was awesome. We enjoyed
The swap shop.
Yeah,
I'm
the
gonna go
swap
to another
shop.
drive-in movie.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah,
memories.
yeah.
Some good memories.
So here's our topic, and I just wanted us to hash this out just a little bit before we adjourn. But what was everybody's experience during the pandemic? Like, what would you say was your overall experience? Like, you know, dealing with the pandemic, whether it was you specifically or if it was just, you know, friends around you, family around you, like what would you say how would you sum up that experience that we went through? Because that was crazy.
I would say because it started in high school. At first it was boring because like I didn't really get to leave the house like that. But when I got to college, it was fun because I had people in my dorm. I was talking with my teammates, talking with friends, and I would say it was fun. It was pretty fun.
Can you be specific? Are you talking about that year we came back, August of 2020 to 21, or are you talking about like,
Just in general.
Just in general.
Just in general.
At first it sucked, but at the end it was fun, in my opinion.
No, I just want to hear from y'all.
The beginning, I'm gonna agree. 2020, like right when we first, it sucked just because that was just a challenging time for us as a family. So in the beginning, it was like, oh, I'm stuck, you know. But then it forced us to really deal with a lot of things that we need to deal with as a family, and I think it just made us closer. I don't think this would have happened if the pandemic hadn't happened. So it started off really rough. And then in the end, it just kind of drew us together.
Yeah.
I definitely say for me, it was rough the entire time because I was by myself. I was in Gainesville alone, so I spent a lot of time in the house by myself.
Yeah.
So that was hard.
That was tough.
What could I have done? I was afraid to go out too, so I just was like, hey man, I'll stay in the house. The only time I left is if I needed groceries, and that was very far in between.
And you didn't want to leave?
No.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know. Like, I didn't know what it was. You know, we kept hearing about people dying and things like that. And so I didn't know what to expect. And so I was just like, hey, man, if they saying it's safer to be in the house, I'm going to be in the house.
Well, no, I meant like leave to go back home.
Oh, nah. I stayed in Gainesville.
I know. So I'm saying you didn't want to, you never thought
You didn't even want to,
No, because I did not want to get sick. And I didn't want to get sick.
Yeah.
And I know on both sides, I'm the only one that has not gotten COVID.
Yeah.
So I was doing something right.
Yeah.
I remember that.
How about you, Danielle?
You know, that's really everything y'all went through. I think there was a blessing in disguise. My grades had never looked better. You know, I didn't have to take like 2 EOCs. I mean, I was really living for real. Shout out to my best friend, Reagan. What's up, Reagan? Yeah, no, we were like COVID buddies the entire time, playing Minecraft and stuff. Yeah, no, I enjoyed it. Yeah.
You know, it was fun.
That fit right into your little personality. Your awkward, weird personality. Oh, I don't like people.
Them nights when Danielle be on the couch screaming her head off playing Roblox.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I just interested
What about
to see.
you didn't answer.
I'm a facilitator. I
You
don't
can still answer the question. No.
Well, mine was. I think I did appreciate the coming together piece of it. Like I did appreciate that. But of course, you know, mine was a little different because COVID ended up in the hospital, you know, with COVID.
Yeah.
So,
Jesus.
and so that was a weird situation. I never felt like I was like in jeopardy, like my life was in jeopardy. I leave it to you guys to tell me it was different, but, I never felt like that, but it was still man, I don't know, because I feel this way now, but geez, man, like what if this thing turns or so it was just, that was a weird situation. So coming out of that and then it was like I had to be on oxygen and it was just so weird. I'd never been in a position like that before. So yeah, so that was kind of my experience.
Yeah, that was rough for all the two of us that was here when that was happening.
Yeah, it was
My
scary.
daddy is not coming. I was so scared. I was so scared.
I remember getting a call
When
from
he
mom
came,
that night.
yeah, when he came out the hospital in the wheelchair with the big old oxygen taking him back, I was so
Yeah.
I think that was the only time I actually considered getting out of the house.
Yeah.
So I was
Wow.
like, do I need to get a plane ticket? Like, I know I can't do nothing, but
It was bad because when I dropped him off,
Yeah.
I had the three of you were on the
Phone.
phone with me.
Yeah.
and I'm just sitting in the parking lot because they wouldn't, we couldn't get in.
Yeah.
And so I was on the phone with them, and they're asking me. I was like, I don't know. I'm sitting in the parking lot. I don't know what to tell you. I'm right here with you all. So, and then your mom was worried. Everybody was just wanting answers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then someone was like, don't let them take him. Don't let him in. I was like, I already dropped him off.
Too late.
Don't let him take him. Go get him. Like,
Go get him.
I remember
Magneto situation.
Yeah.
when you put Dad on the phone like the first time, like you were able to go back in, and I talked to him. I was like, "Oh, what's up, Dad?" And Dad was the softest I've ever heard Dad talk. He was like, "Oh, hey son." I was like, "Dad, you okay?" He was like, "Yeah, I'm fine."
Y'all should have heard him coughing and hacking though.
Yeah.
It was nasty. It was bad. No. But like now that we could talk about it now, I could say that. At the time, no, I was upstairs like every time you coughed, I was like.
And Danielle was calling me at work. She was like,
I was like,
this does not sound
You
right.
ain't getting better.
We need to go.
And then remember the one time when we had the little blood pressure thing? We supposed the oxygen thing. We were supposed to check his oxygen, and we weren't reading it right.
We weren't reading it right.
It's real low.
Yeah. We weren't reading that right at all.
It was the opposite. We were saying that he was okay. He wasn't okay.
Yeah,
remember,
that's what
it
we
was,
said.
and we were like,
it's getting low.
No. We're reading the wrong number. So it was like, well, it's still we're supposed to be at 90 or something like that. We're like, well, it's still at 90, so he's okay. And he's like, and we're like, it's okay. It's in your head. You're all right. And then we took him to the hospital. And they were like,
Gaslighting
this
him.
is terrible. He's so low. And we were like, that's not what the little thing told us. She was like, you're reading the wrong number. And we're like,
Oops.
I'd like to point out as well, I was the only person in the family that did not get COVID.
no, Tatiana.
Tatiana hasn't. Neither one of you
Yeah, neither
got
one
it.
of you.
I want
Okay.
to talk about how,
It's funny too because I was the one that was going out the most during COVID
and being careless,
and Dad would
not
like
wearing a mask.
I was wearing a mask. And I would leave the house. And I would leave the house, and Dad would be like, "If you bring someone back, it's your behind." I was like, "Okay." I never brought nothing back. And I came back from school, and Danielle was upstairs. Danielle was upstairs with COVID, and then Mom eventually got COVID. I'm like,
Yeah.
That was a sad.
It was,
call out.
yeah, it was a crazy time, but obviously that's why I kind of like going digging through these threads because it just gives us a chance to kind of not like hash it out because I don't know if we all fully kind of just discussed or talked about it at all. So, but yeah, that's it. I mean, that was pretty much it for that thread. So appreciate y'all rocking with us this episode. We'll catch y'all on the next one.
Before you dismiss all the way.
Dismiss.
Well-
this ain't church. Before you dismiss.
Before you cut it off, I will say that whole verse that talks about like everything works together for good. This, I feel like those were one of those things because it was very scary. It was rough, but I do believe that time of quarantine really brought out the best of us individually, but like the best of us collectively too.
Mm-hmm.
Like where we are now, I think just being in each other's face.
I agree.
showing some five.
Now that deserves an applause.
With the exception of me and Darin, because we weren't in y'all faces.
Yeah, but we were calling, we were FaceTiming, we were video chatting with y'all a lot. So I agree.
It was
So cool.
it was so compelling that they were both like, we got to be here.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Well, that's it, y'all. We'll catch y'all on the next group chat. Peace out.
Doses.
See y'all.
If you enjoyed this episode, please like, comment, and subscribe. Join us for upcoming episodes as we reach back into our text threads and attempt to make some sense of them. Catch you in the next thread, y'all.